This is my argument against buying, owning, and financing a second home. This is going to be an unpopular opinion, especially amongst real estate brokers, but I look forward to seeing your feedback in the comments. So let's say you live in the New York tri-state area. That means your second home options are going to be in the Hamptons, the Jersey Shore, Westchester, or Miami. The combined average of homes in those areas come out to about $1.25 million. Now, mind you, this is the average, not the dream vacation home you always wanted. Before I get into the finances, I'm going to state some of the obvious about why a second home is a bad idea. You're committed to one location and one home for the term of the mortgage. You can't readily go from the mountain to the beach. You're bound to local market conditions. But now let's do the math. The home is $1.25 million. You have to put down 20%. That comes out to about $250,000. Your closing cost is going to be roughly about 5% of the loan amount. So that's $50,000. So before you even step into your second home, you're out of pocket $300,000 of cash. And let's be generous and say that you're able to get a 6% loan on that $1 million. So annually, your cash out of pocket, $114,000 every year. And you multiply that $114,000 by the term of the mortgage, which is 30 years, and you're paying $3.7 million for your $1.25 million home. Now let's talk about usage. The average person gets about 3 weeks, but you're not the average person. You own a second home. So you get 6 weeks off. We're going to give you 6 weeks off. That's 42 days a year that you get to take off. And you're going to spend those 42 days in your second home because you bought it and you're committed to it and you're going to be there. But let's say you didn't buy the second home. So now you have that $300,000 of cash and you have the $114,000 annually that you were going to spend on mortgage and carrying costs. So if you divide that up by 30 years, that gives you about $124,000 a year that you get to spend on your 42 days of vacation. That gives you about $3,000 a night that you get to spend on your housing for your days off or for your vacation home. So now this is what $3,000 looks like in Tuscany, in Napa, in Aspen, and in Tulum. But let's say you're a local guy and you want to be in the neighborhoods and the areas we spoke about before. This is what $3,000 a night looks like in Miami, in the Hamptons, Westchester, New Jersey. Much nicer than your shitty $1.25 million home. With that said, I myself own a second home and I absolutely love it. And yes, it's a bad financial decision, but if I'm right, how can I be wrong? Let me know in the comments.